Scamming has been around forever. The first recorded incident of financial fraud dates back to 300 BC with a Greek merchant named Hegestratos. He borrowed money against a corn cargo, planning to sink his ship, keep the money, and sell the cargo. Caught in the act by his crew, he drowned while trying to escape. Fast forward to today, and scammers have moved to the internet, targeting people who don't know much about investing, cryptocurrency, and business. People like Coffeezilla have gained fame for exposing these frauds. He's called out many scammers, some of whom have driven people to financial ruin and even end their careers. Coffeezilla exposed. Jay Mazini. One of Coffeezilla's first big breaks was Jay Mazini. Jay gained popularity on Instagram around 2019 by posting videos of himself giving out large amounts of cash to drive-through workers. This created an image of him as a generous guy who shared his wealth with the less fortunate. He amassed nearly 1 million followers on Instagram and even worked with celebrities like 50 Cent on his giveaway content. He also started a clothing line called Mazini Italy, claiming the profits funded his giveaways. In July 2019, he launched Mazini Academy, a paid online program promising investment advice. However, shady practices soon surfaced. Jay promoted cash giveaways through his clothing brand, sometimes offering as much as $10,000. But you had to buy items from Mazini Italy to enter. This was how he really made money, by making people buy his products for a chance to win large sums of cash. Jay then moved into Bitcoin, claiming on Twitter he wanted to buy it at above market prices. He said he couldn't use exchanges due to their limits and asked people to message him directly. Using an affinity scam, he built trust by connecting with fellow Muslims. Victims sent him money, expecting to sell Bitcoin at a profit, but never got paid. Some lost thousands of dollars. Those in his investment program also grew suspicious when he told them to invest in a single stock, which he used for a pump and dump scheme, causing them financial losses. His halal capital investments showed no returns either. Coffeezilla exposed Jay's scams through a series of videos, interviewing victims and detailing their experiences. This led to increased scrutiny, and Jay eventually deleted most of his accounts. Things took a bizarre turn with a kidnapping incident. Jay had a feud with another Instagram user, Amjad Mahal, who called him a scammer. They arranged to meet on March 15, 2021, but instead of talking it out, Jay and his accomplices kidnapped and assaulted Mahal, forcing him to delete posts accusing Jay of being a scammer. Mahal was later abandoned on a street in New Jersey and needed hospital treatment. Jay was arrested 2 days later. Jay faced multiple charges, including kidnapping, wire fraud conspiracy, and money laundering, totaling at least $8 million. He pleaded guilty and got 5 years for kidnapping. The other charges could add up to 20 years in prison. Coffeezilla exposed TechLead. Let's talk about another case, TechLead, a former Google and Facebook employee turned YouTuber. TechLead, whose real name is Patrick Hsu, initially gained popularity for his tech content and satirical takes on the tech industry. However, his reputation took a nosedive when he launched a cryptocurrency called Million Token in July 2021. He claimed it was a social experiment and that he had personally invested $1 million into the project to give it legitimacy. This turned out to be misleading. Coffeezilla uncovered that TechLead had used investor funds, not his own money, to back Million Token. Essentially, he sold off the tokens he created and used the money from investors to make it look like he was personally invested. TechLead's Million Token was promoted as a decentralized digital currency for millionaires, with each token initially pegged to $1 USDC. However, the reality was far from this promise. TechLead's actions were essentially a pump and dump scheme. He sold off his tokens while promoting the coin to his followers, which led to significant financial losses for those who believed in his project. When Coffeezilla confronted TechLead about his misleading statements and deceptive practices, TechLead admitted that he hadn't put in $1 million of his own money, as he had previously claimed. Instead, he had only put in $50,000. Despite this, TechLead refused to take responsibility, often deflecting and blaming others. Coffeezilla exposed Save the Kids token. Another notable case Coffeezilla covered is the Save the Kids token scandal. Prominent influencers like FaZe Clan members and other celebrities promoted this cryptocurrency, claiming it was a charity token that would help children. However, it turned out to be another pump and dump scheme. The token's value plummeted shortly after launch, leaving investors with significant losses. FaZe Clan members, including FaZe K, FaZe Jarvis, and others, were found to have sold their tokens quickly after the launch, causing the token's value to crash. This scandal highlighted how influencers could misuse their platforms to promote fraudulent schemes for personal gain. FaZe Clan eventually took action by suspending or removing the involved members, but the damage was already done. But Coffeezilla's biggest target yet is Logan Paul. Coffeezilla exposed Logan Paul. Let's rewind a bit. Logan Paul promised everyone that his game, CryptoZoo, would be an amazing mix of cryptocurrency and NFTs, where users could easily make money. CryptoZoo could have made Logan some real cash with minimal effort. But the players who bought into this dream were left out in the cold. This is where Coffeezilla started investigating Paul's promises and the collapse of CryptoZoo, calling out Paul for what he sees as a scam. Using testimony from many confirmed buyers of ZooCoin who were self-proclaimed fans of Logan Paul, Coffeezilla also alleged that many of the core features of CryptoZoo, such as hatching eggs, were completely unavailable for some time following the project's release, with these fans citing hundreds of thousands of dollars being lost to an allegedly defunct service. One of the biggest cited controversies from Coffeezilla's videos on CryptoZoo concerns other high-ranking individuals behind the scenes of the project who made millions of dollars from ZooCoin to the detriment of the coin's value, all thanks to internal disagreements within the CryptoZoo team. In the first part of Coffeezilla's series, investigating Logan Paul's biggest scam, a guy named Zach Kelling, who Paul identifies as the chief technology officer of Zoo Labs, claims he had a team of 50 engineers working at a burn rate of $50,000 a week to build the game and the blockchain tech needed. But the developers were never paid the $1 million or given the 5% of the tokens they were verbally promised by one of CryptoZoo's founders, Eddie Ibanez. Ibanez was exposed by reporter Adam Robb in 2022 for falsely claiming he went to MIT, worked with the CIA, and even helped the Eagles win the 2018 Super Bowl ring, among other lies. Despite knowing about these lies before the CryptoZoo launch, Paul's manager, Jeff Levin, kept Ibanez on the team. In his response, Paul focuses more on bringing up Kelling's old arrest records to discredit him and shows Instagram posts that supposedly prove Kelling only had 3 employees working on CryptoZoo. However, a quick Facebook scroll shows Kelling on Discord with his 26-member Zoo team in July 2021, just a month before Paul called the dev team massive and said it cost $1 million on his podcast. Paul also doesn't address the second set of developers that Coffeezilla found quit just 2 months after being hired in July 2022 by Jeff Levin due to lack of payment. If no one's getting paid, how much money has Logan Paul made? Sorry, we'll get back to that. We're halfway through, and there's still another co-conspirator to introduce. The final co-founder and advisor, the Crypto King, came in with the smallest investment but the biggest idea. They would stealth launch a pre-sale for the Zoo coin on July 11th, 2021, and buy out the liquidity pool for a discount before Paul announced it to the public on August 18th. According to Coffeezilla, on Zoo Day, each founder stuck to the plan except Crypto King, who bought $200,000 worth, double the amount Paul bought, multiplying his initial investment, but tanking the value to a measly $40 million. Shortly before the token went public on September 1st, however, a second official Zoo token was created, doubling the wallets of those who owned the first. Except for 250 accounts, including 5 wallets Crypto King used to purchase extra tokens. "You are a scam artist. You are a liar," Crypto King texted Paul, per messages seen by Coffeezilla. "You betrayed your community." So he tried to scam Logan, and Logan scammed him back? To Crypto King, his actions are ethically arguable, he reasoned in an interview with Coffeezilla. It's hard to say who's scamming who. In part 3, ending Logan Paul's biggest scam, Coffeezilla shared business documents from Team CryptoZoo that outline their legally dubious strategy for the Zoo tokens. The number of tokens totaled 2 trillion, a quarter of which were meant for development, marketing, and founders, and would be locked up, unable to be sold for 6 months. Then 10% would be unlocked each month for 10 months. However, the coins purchased during the stealth launch, also known as version 1 tokens, weren't locked up. They could be sold at any time while the game remained unfinished. In another doc, the founders established just a few rules. No selling until 200 $200 market cap, and don't impact the market more than 3%, and not impact the market more than 10% in a day. But Crypto King says not all his tokens were blacklisted, and he eventually got back the ones that were. Coffeezilla's blockchain research shows Jake the Crypto King ended up making more than $6 million. And he totally admits, yes, he made a few million off the project, even though it never fulfilled promises to its users. You can also say that I did sell, which is also true, he told Coffeezilla. As long as it's accompanied with, he was a founder that was supposed to be given 5% of the project and was never given the locked founder tokens or paid, worked for almost a year on the project. Meanwhile, Eddie Ibanez reportedly made around $1.7 million with his zoo, even though by July 2022, Eddie was out of the company. Paul was and is poised to make millions, but he and his manager haven't sold the tokens they bought for $100,000 each. Like his fans and investors, Paul probably still thinks he can get his money's worth. The Ethereum earned from the egg NFTs was paid out to 2 anonymous Coinbase accounts, Coffeezilla reports. $364,000, 92.7697 ETH, to one and $1,260,000 ETH to the other. Half of the money made on the Binance Smart Chain, 1,314,225s and 1.8 ZOO, currently around 79,875,629, intended for wildlife charities and CryptoZoo development, remains in an account held by the CryptoZoo team. And that's a wrap. If you have enjoyed our video, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe to our channel for more updates. See you in the next video.